What up, y'all? Good morning. Yeah, we'll call this smoking session. How about that? But yeah, so anyways, here's a couple things. I want to share my story. I want to start helping people. You know what I'm saying? I've suffered from a lot of different things. I've struggled with mental illness. I've struggled with substance abuse. I've struggled with, sex addiction. I struggled with a lot, and I did have some problems growing up when with organized religion. Uh, thought I was an atheist for a while. So I thought I was an atheist for a while, and when my grandfather passed, I started praying to him because I figured if there was a God, then my grandfather would be with him because he was a Catholic man and he went to mass every Wednesday and Sunday, and we said our prayers. And I went to a Catholic school when I was younger and shit, so that's how I was raised. And when I started to continue, because I noticed things happening in my life and there was reasons why I shouldn't be here, you know what I'm saying? And we'll get more into that later, but I just kept praying to my grandfather, and definitely have a guardian angel, because like I said, I should not be here. I'll drop this. I've overdosed 20 times. I've been found dead twice. I've done pretty much anything you can think of, and I got tired of feeling that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, enough pain will make you change. You know what I'm saying? And I lost everything. Everything that I said that it's crazy, because it's like the morals and values that were instilled in me when I was younger, and that I felt that I held, I honestly didn't. You know what I'm saying? The way I conducted myself and the behaviors that I was showing didn't align with my morals, and that became a problem later in life. And so here recently, not even here recently, but I've been on a spiritual journey, and I know for a fact that I have been in the presence of my Creator 3 separate occasions, and they were 3 different experiences, but I definitely know He was, I was with. You don't see Him, you'll never know the face of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? But you will feel His presence. You know what I mean? The overwhelming sense of love, and just, you're not alone, and somebody's there with you, and you just know you can be at peace. Like, and I was going through some shit, and just that presence, you just know, you know what I mean? And then there were some other experiences, but yeah. So I used to always pray to my grandfather, and then later in life, after several car accidents, overdoses, people dying, seeing my life change for reasons why I couldn't explain. Every time, I would be like fucked up and like praying like, God, like, just help me. I gotta get, whatever. I gotta fucking straighten up. Like, I'm tired of hurting. I'm tired of hurting my family. You know what I mean? And I ain't up in jail or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, he sets me down. He fucking isolates me, and call out. You seek, and you fucking show himself for real, for real. The more you seek, the more he will expose himself, basically. But anyways, I'm all peace and love. I love everybody. We do have, a lot of racial tension and stuff like that going on in the world today, and I believe that everybody has some form of, I'm not gonna say racism or bias, but you're biased, because like, especially when you hear people talking about your race or like, people are like, oh, you white people are so and y'all enslaved us and oh, check this out. Yeah, I'm white, but my people were not in the motherfucking United States when that shit popped off. So you cannot say that every motherfucking white person is the reason why there was slavery. And then if you actually look into it, my friend, who is a total opposite of me, basically had to break this down to me. And he was like, check this out. That black and white shit, like, whites didn't sell blacks. And it wasn't black on black like everybody says. Oh, the black people told the black people. No. And over in Africa during that time, nobody seen black. You weren't black until you came over here, and that's a label that you got put on you. Over there were different tribes. You know what I'm saying? So that too was basically different races, different cultures, whatever. And these different tribes would go in and invade and do just like every other fucking whatever. It fucking, divide and conquer. They fucking steal the people, fucking sell them. You know what I'm saying? The Watus and the Tutsis, and there's all kinds of other fucking tribes. You know what I'm saying? That go in, rape and pillage, steal everybody's whatever good property. You know what I mean? And it's not black on black, you know what I'm saying? And the whites didn't drive all the way the fuck over there and fucking jack them. You know what I mean? Like, different tribes stole other tribes and then sold them for money, profit, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's happened all over the world for fucking centuries and centuries and centuries. You know what I'm saying? And you want to talk about, like, anyways, fuck all that shit. But that's just where that shit comes into play. And you broke it down to me and I understood it a little bit. And then, the white privilege, when people started talking about that at the time, I didn't see that because where I come from, I'm poor. I was poor, brought up poor. You know what I'm saying? We had what we needed. You know what I mean? My family definitely did the best. Like, my parents worked, you know what I'm saying? My stepfather busted his ass on his own company, was never the fuck home, always working, trying to provide for our family. And my mother was working and she provided for us. And then, we just basically did what we did. Our parents were whatever. But, where was I going with this? Yeah, we were brought up poor. So we didn't see, we all had the same opportunity basically to get the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? The same issues that certain cultures, African American communities have with, I have the same issues that they have. You know what I'm saying? Father left when I was a fucking kid, fucking not in the best neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? Like, we did get out of the city when I was a kid and moved somewhere better, and it was like crazy because when I got out there, we moved to Frederick, Maryland, and Jefferson, Maryland in '96. I think I was like 11, and I mean, came out here and I was like, damn, whites and blacks get along because when we lived in Waldorf, like, yeah, little country, but like, I was the minority, and you know what I mean? I was getting picked on because I was white, and fucking, which is cool, I get it, and I'm not saying that, oh, pity me or whatever, like, I get it. I will never understand what it's like to be a black person. I'll never understand the struggle, never. I just won't be able to comprehend it, you know what I'm saying? That's some shit. I'll never understand what it's like to be a woman. I'll never understand what it's like to be gay. I will never fully comprehend, having a certain diseases or whatever, diabetes, whatever, because I don't live it, you feel me? Like, I can empathize with it, because I've been through similar situations, but the way I look at it is like, we all got the same 24 hours. What the fuck you gonna do with it? I done pissed my life away, bro, like 40 years, like going out the drain, but I wanna do something about that, and what's crazy is like, so with the race shit, let's finish that. Today, like, I remember my mom worked for the Bell Atlantic back in the day when we lived in College Park, and affirmative action was a big thing. So, like, my mom is more qualified for a certain position, and whatever, you know what I'm saying? But because of affirmative action, they have to hire so many minority towards white, and so she lost her job, the good job for a minority who was less qualified and everything, but just because of affirmative action. Is that right? That we don't look at qualifications, we look at skin color and say we need X amount of black people. I'm sorry, you are qualified, but not at, we have to hire. That's fucked up, and the white privilege thing, when I seen that, I didn't understand it at first, and that's where I came into places like, we all have the same 24 hours. A black man in the United States today has the exact same shit that I got. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, we'll get right back to this. I gotta take this phone call.